Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We will start our first lab activity for topic 4. So in topic 4, we have several outcomes regarding to object, classes, do together versus do in order, and also the composite object. Okay, so I will go straight forward using the list. Right, so this is the first step after you open your list. So you need to select your project, or if you want to create a new project, so you just need to select the scene. So we have several choices here, the scene, or if you already save project, so you can choose from file system, okay? Or from my project if you already done project previously. Okay, so because this is our first project, so we need to choose the plan state here, or the new project. So I want you to choose the scene, okay, which is a swamp scene. Okay, so choose swamp scene. Okay, and then click OK. Okay, so we need to wait a bit before it will display the interface of Alice, okay, including the seat that we have choose. Right, so this is the interface of Alice. Okay, so there are several parts here that are important in Alice that you need to know. So this is the scene. Okay, this is the scene that you have selected, and then this is actually the procedure, okay, or the method regarding to the object that we will add later. Okay, and then this is the code editor panel. Okay, this is the code editor panel. So if you notice, you just drop, okay, the statement. Okay, means that you drop the procedure, and also you also can drop the control here. Okay, below we have several parts here. Action block. Right, so we start set up the scene. So you just click setup scene. Okay, so setup scene, actually we used to insert all the object, okay, in our story or in our team, right? So below is actually the object, okay, list of the object. So you can browse the object by class hierarchy, okay, or by team, or by group, or you can search, okay, by type the name of the object. If you know the name of the object, for example bunny, okay, you just type BU, okay, and so you will automatically list down all the object that regarding to the keywords, okay? And we also have a shape or text if you want to insert any text, and classes if you have other classes or new classes, right? So for our first object, okay, I want you to browse gallery by team. Okay, I want you to browse gallery by team. Okay, and then the team that we will use is actually fantasy team. Okay, browse gallery by team, and then you choose fantasy. Okay, so you will list down all the objects regarding to fantasy team. So soon we will add the cauldron and also the dragon. Yeah, but now we will add the main character, which is the witch. Okay, so you scroll your object, okay, and then you choose the witch, okay, new witch. Okay, so you click on new witch. Okay, so add scene property from gallery, so you can rename your witch name. Okay, so you rename as my witch. Okay, my witch, and then you click OK. Right, so automatically the object will be placed on the scene. okay, at the scene. Okay. So now we will add another object, okay, which is called drone. Okay, so this is a quadron. Okay, so you choose quadron, so you rename as my quadron. Okay, click OK. So all the object that you have you select, okay, will be placed in the middle of the scene, so you need to remove, okay, um, the object. Yeah, so how you can remove is actually you just click on the object and then you drag your mouse. Yeah, so I want you to remove the object, my quadron, okay, in front and to the right of the witch. Okay, so here. Okay, so that you put in front of the witch on the right. Okay. Okay, so to making a scene, if you notice, we have a pane on your right here. Okay, so you have handle style, okay, you have properties. Okay, so handle style by default, if you not using any style, so you will set as a default style. Okay, provide simple rotation, and then the rotation, if you want to rotate your object, so you need to select the object that you want to rotate. Okay, for example, currently I select the quadron, so when I choose rotation, okay, so you can rotate the quadron. Okay, and then move. Okay, this is also another way how you can move your object. And the last one is resize. Okay, so you can resize your object. And below is actually the property. Okay, below is actually the property. Yeah, for example, if you want to change the color of your object, okay, and then the opacity of your object, okay. So vehicle I will explain after this. Okay, and then the position. So position is actually referring to the position of your object, where you place your object. So for example, if you move the quadron, so if you notice the value for x, y, and z in this position will be changed. Okay, so you just follow the position of your object, and then you also can set the size, okay, by setting the value of your width, height, and also depth. And so this is another way how you can resize your object, okay, by put the value, or you just select the style on top of the pane. Okay, and if you suddenly make a mistake of your setting, so you can click menu on top of your pane, undo or redo. Okay, so next step. So we have blue arrow, okay, below of your scene. Okay, blue arrow below of your scene. Okay, so this blue arrow is actually you can set the scene. Okay, you can set the scene, okay, how the camera will view your scene. Okay, so the first set, okay, which is this one. Okay, so this one, okay, this is actually we used to move, yeah, the camera up, down, left, and also right. Okay, so for example, okay, so you can move the camera. So this is actually we used to change the position of your camera. Okay, and then the second set here, okay, we'll move the camera forward and backwards. Okay, forward and backward. Okay, for example, we set a bit forward, okay, and backward. Okay. then the final set, okay, we'll turn the camera up and down. So this one, okay, up and down. Okay. So you can change the position of your camera by using this three blue arrow. Okay, so you can set, you can change. Okay. So I want to remove a bit, okay, the quadrant, and also I want to resize the quadrant to a smaller size. Okay, so you also can resize the quadrant. Alright, so make the camera move a bit near to the quadrant. Okay, so next, okay, we want to save the camera position. Okay, we want to save the camera position. Yeah, so in the pane on the right at the bottom, okay, here, so we have menu title camera marker. Okay, this menu camera marker. So click camera marker. Okay, click camera marker, and then you can add your camera marker. So in your theme or in your stories, actually you can add several camera marker. Okay, so camera marker is actually just like a tripod, okay, that we put at a certain places. Okay, so that when we write a coding next, okay, so you can control your camera marker. For example, one camera marker we use to close up the witch face. Okay, so when we run, automatically the camera will close up to the witch face. Okay. Or we have one camera marker, okay, that will be written back to the first position. Okay, so for example, before that, before you set or you add any camera marker, so you need to position, you need to set up the scene, okay, by using these three blue arrow. Okay, to put the camera, okay, where you should put the camera, okay, based on the position that you set by using these three arrow. Okay, for example, for our first camera, I want to put the camera here. Okay, so here. Okay, so after I set by using this blue arrow, so then you can add the camera marker. So you click add camera marker. Okay, so you rename as a start. Okay, and then each camera marker have their own color ID. Okay, so this one you can change, or you just leave it by default. Okay, so you will change it for you after this. If you add new camera marker, so the color ID will be changed. Okay, after you rename as start, so you click OK. Alright, so this is the first camera marker. Okay, so I will show you how the camera marker is function. Okay, so if you refer to this camera marker, the first you have two button. Actually, for each camera marker you have two button. Okay, the first button will move camera to the marker you have selected. Okay, for example, for my case, so for our case, okay, because I already set the position of camera is here. Okay, so you just imagine the camera is here. Okay, this is a camera. Okay, focus on the quadrant, also the witch. Okay, so you'll store here. Okay, the position. Okay. So the second button will move the selected marker to the camera current view. Okay, so this is move to the current view. Okay, for example, if I move the scene here, okay, so I want you to look at the camera marker start, what will happen? Okay, so I move here. Okay, so I click start and then I click the first button. Okay, move the starting camera to the point of view of start. Okay, so this is the function of camera marker. Okay, alright, so next we will add another camera marker. Okay, so I want you to add another camera marker. So for the second camera marker, okay, we will change the position of the camera. Okay, so I want you to change the position. Okay, so when I change the position, so if you notice there will be a red camera here. So this camera is actually referring to the first camera marker, which is a start, right? So a bit back. Okay. So I just want to show you what is actually the usage of camera marker. Yeah, so a bit backward. Right, so now this is actually the position I want to add new camera marker. Okay, so I add camera marker. So for the second camera marker, I rename as better start. Okay, the color ID is green, so I click OK. So now we have two camera marker. Okay, we have two camera marker. So in our coding, if you want to run the coding, and then if you want the view based on the position of the camera, so you just call the camera name. Okay, either start or better start. So after this, when we create the code, I will show you the step. Okay, so now we have two markers. Okay, so by default now we actually at the position of better start camera. So if you want to move to the start position, so you click start camera marker and then you click on the first button. So it will go to the position of the start camera. Okay, if you want to go to the better start camera position, so you click better start camera marker and then you click for the first button. Okay, so this is the function of camera marker. Okay, for the camera marker, as I told earlier, we have two buttons. Okay, so the first button will move the starting camera to the point of view of the camera marker. For example, if you choose start, so it will move to the position of the start camera, and then if you choose better start, if you move to the point of view of better start. Okay, for the second button, okay, the second button is actually we used to change the position of camera marker that we have set. Okay, for example, if I want to choose the position of camera for start, currently the position of camera start is here. Okay, so this is the position of camera start. So if I want to change the position of camera start, okay, for example, I want to change the position. Okay, for example, I want to change the position of camera start. For example, I want to change here. Okay, so what I will do is actually I set the position of new position of the start camera, and then I click the second button. So if you notice, so this is actually the red line. Okay, red line is to show you that the position of the start camera, okay, before we change the position. Okay. So if I change, okay, so this is the new position that we want to put the start camera. Okay, so I click the second button. Okay, so if you notice, the red line will follow the new position. Okay, so I will show you the new position of the start camera. Okay, before that, I want to go to the better start position. So I click better start position, better start camera, and then I click the first button. Okay, to the point of view of better start camera. Right, so this is the position of better start. So now I want the camera move to the start camera position. So I click start camera, which is the red one, yeah, and then I click the first button. Right, so it will move to the new position of the start camera. So this is the function for camera marker. So the first button is actually to show you the point of view of the camera, okay, and then the second button is actually when you want to change the position of that camera. Okay, so now I want to move to this position. Okay, so this is actually the position of the start camera. So I want to change the position of the start camera. So I click second button. Okay,